We like getting experimental. That's why you're going to send your message to Melania Trump, our greatest first lady, in the comments below. I'll explain in just a minute why it's entirely possible that she will watch this show and read your comments below. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. I'm the creator of Earthworm Jim. As we welcome back Melania Trump as our first lady coming up this November. Much of the media on Michelle Obama is positive purely because Democrats are mean. And so they like a mean lady like Michelle Obama. And Democrats have always hated Melania. So much of Melania's news is negative, gossipy, trashy. That's just part of the bias of being a more conservative first lady. That's what happens. It's not fair. It's life. Here's the raw story. Headline, get this. Melania Trump, quote, trawls the internet for coverage, unquote, of herself, says an author. So we're going to pretend like that's true. This channel does very well with search engines just because of the amount of search engine optimization I've done with the titles and thumbnails. It's entirely possible that Melania Trump Googles her own name and this show comes up. And that's why we want to give her all of your thoughts. You address her in the comments. Say, Dear Melania, or Dear First Lady, or Dear Miss Trump. Write in the comments and tell her what you think. This will be one of the most positive YouTube shows ever made, with giant great comments from you. That's my goal. Let's read the article. Melania Trump smashed the norms for being first lady because she didn't actually want to be in the White House, according to the author of a new book on the wives of recent presidents.
The one that really stands out for me of all of them is Melania. Mm-hmm. She seems like the one who didn't even really want to be there. Not very visible. Not very there.
Yeah.
Katie Rogers, author of the new book, American Woman, which examines the role of first ladies from Hillary Clinton to Melania Trump, told MSNBC's Morning Joe what made Donald Trump's wife stand out from the others who held the ceremonial role before her. Now, this is a gossip book. I'm not endorsing it at all. So you'll get the idea of if you think this woman is correct or not. It's interesting. I talked to one of her former aides, Stephanie Grisham, for the book. Rogers said she was former White House press secretary and top aide to Melania, who said she would tell us all the time, this is our office. We do our own thing, she said.
And it was interesting. I talked to one of her former aides, Stephanie Grisham, for the role. She was a former White House press secretary and top aide to Melania, who had said, you know, she would tell us all the time, this is our office. We do our own thing.
We might have pushed it a little too far. But we did establish that this role is completely voluntary, which is true. You know, you're not paid. There's no actual rules. You can do as little or as much to a point, I suppose, as you want, unquote, she told her staff.
Which is true. It's, you know, you're not paid. There are no actual rules. You can do as little or as much to a point, I suppose, as you want.
Quote, I think, you know, Melania Trump did enjoy being the first lady and liked putting the first lady logo on things and traveling in her capacity as first lady, Rogers added. Quote, she liked a lot less of the scrutiny that came with it. She was a headline obsessive. She still is. She trolls or trawls the internet for coverage of her and her husband.
Trawls, I should say, the internet for coverage of her and her husband. So she liked that part a lot less. But the ceremonial part, you know, she enjoyed.
But the ceremonial part, you know, she enjoyed. How could she enjoy the headlines that she got on the internet? Because the internet is big tech, is not only run by Democrats, but the actual search engines are programmed to favor Democrats and to cast Republicans and the like. Literally, AI is written to do that. We know that now. And so when you look up Melania Trump, it will be 20 negative headlines. If you put in Michelle Obama, it will be 20 positive headlines. We know that about the internet, guys. Anyways, this is just a quick check-in to tell Melania Trump, we are looking forward to you being the first lady again, and to not let the hatred get you down, you guys. Tell her about it in the comments below, because I think she's elegant. I think she's wonderful. I think she's a good help for Trump. And I think Jill Biden is terrible, and Michelle Obama is one of probably the most awful first ladies I've ever seen in my lifetime. I think Michelle Obama looked angrier and sadder than Hillary Clinton. And I remember the Hillary Clinton days. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing as we keep bringing you the news every day, and you watch and you make this show worth making. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. I'm Doug in Exile.